every couple of weeks or so, there seems to be a new article or something about, the morning routines of Warren Buffett or Oprah Winfrey or whoever. And I wanted to do a video about morning routines that are just pretty regular. Hey everybody, this is Shontavia from Shontavia.com, and you're in the right place if you want to be inspired to build the brand and business you were made for. There are all these self-help books and all these different gurus and experts who tell you that when you're going to start a business, you have to have some amazing dynamic morning routine. Every couple of weeks or so, there seems to be a new article or something about, the morning routines of Warren Buffett or Oprah Winfrey or whoever. And I wanted to do a video about morning routines that are just pretty regular, and my morning routine, which is actually pretty regular, because I think we can get so caught up in all these really high pressure morning routines that we hear about other people following, especially if they're I get up, I run 3 miles, I make an organic breakfast for everybody in my house, I read a book for 2 hours or whatever. And that can be really hard for a lot of folks, and it can feel you're a little bit of a failure if you don't do those things. So I wanted to talk about my morning routine, which I will say, it is mostly a morning routine. I don't always get to everything. If I'm not the first one awake in my household, I can get pulled in a lot of different directions. But here are the 3 things I like to do in the morning to get my day started. Keeping in mind, I'm not perfect, and so some days I don't actually, unfortunately, get to everything until later in the day, if at all. So typically when I wake up, the first thing I really like to do is my gratitude list. And essentially this is just me writing down 5 things I'm grateful for. I do it in an app in my phone called Notion. And I'll talk about Notion a little bit at the end. I learned about Notion recently, and it has just been amazing. I don't get paid to say that, but it really has been amazing for me just to get organized. So anyway, I do my gratitude list, usually just 5 simple things that I'm grateful for. Typically things that have happened the previous day or the previous couple days. But that's where I start with my gratitude journal, my gratitude list. The second thing I like to do is meditate if I get the opportunity to meditate. Sometimes, like I said, if I'm not up first, everybody needs something, and so meditation may not happen for me until later in the day or at night, if at all. But I do like to meditate in the morning, and I learned how to meditate, or at least I started my meditation journey with a book by Victor Davidge, I think is how you pronounce his last name, and it's called the 8-Minute Meditation. And I like the 8-Minute Meditation because it literally is it starts with 30 seconds or a minute in terms of teaching you how to meditate. And Victor Davidge is a lawyer who was leading a really busy life, and he wanted to break down how you can start meditating if you also have a very busy life. And I read the 8-Minute Meditation book for the first time more than a decade ago. And it was really helpful for me because I had at that point, and really still do, have a really, really busy life where there's a lot happening all the time. And so I didn't necessarily have 3 weeks to go to a meditation retreat, or I didn't want to take 3 weeks to go to a meditation retreat. So this book really got me on the journey toward meditation, and it has been something that has really been helpful for me. It allows me to quiet my mind and not be distracted by things, and let all the things that are going on in my head kind of come in and go right back out without me engaging with those things. And so I do like to meditate in the mornings, and I try to wake up early enough to do that because I really have found that it makes my day go a lot more smoothly. And then the third thing I like to do in the mornings is read a chapter of the Bible. And this is also something where I really want to do it in the morning. I feel like it grounds me, it gets my day set, it allows me to do a little bit of studying outside of watching church on Sunday mornings or going to church. if we go on Sunday mornings. And so I do like to do that in the morning, and it is a chapter. I sometimes feel like a verse is not long enough. I feel like trying to read multiple chapters might be a bit much, but I read a study Bible that creates notes for most of the verses in a chapter, and it might take 15 minutes or so to read a specific chapter, and then maybe a few more minutes to take some notes. And so those are the 3 things I do in the morning to get my day started. I wake up, I write my gratitude list. I use the Notion app to do that. The second thing I really like to do is meditate for about 10 minutes or so. And then the third thing I like to do is read the Bible. And even with reading the Bible, so I've mentioned Notion a couple of times. Notion is an app that I learned about from Courtney Sanders, who's a dynamic and engaging entrepreneur whose work I follow. I don't know her personally, but she talks a lot about Notion and how she's used it to really organize her life. And so I use Notion to write my gratitude journal, to keep all my to-do lists, recipes. I actually even keep like work-related notes and really everything that I do day in and day out, I keep in Notion, including like the notes I take from different Bible verses and chapters that I'm reading. And so that's what I like to do in the morning. It is not complicated. This is not something where I'm going to lie to you and say I do this every day, no matter what. These are things I like to do most days. I do them most days. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but I do feel like when I do those things in the morning, it keeps me pretty grounded. So what do you do in the morning? Drop a comment and let me know what your morning routine looks like. Or if you're struggling to figure out a morning routine, drop a comment and let me know, and maybe I can help you come up with something that works for you. I'll also drop some links in the description below to Notion and to the book that I mentioned, that 8-minute meditation book, and some other things that might be helpful to you as you're trying to figure out your own morning routine. If you like this video, please hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting videos like this every day that help you really create that brand and business you were made for. I know this isn't traditional business advice, but these are the things that get me started each and every day, that allow me to be ready for business, allow me to be ready for all the things that are coming my way as it relates to my business and my brand and my career and family and everything else. Hope you like this video. Thanks so much.